her friend as well. But mine will be a little bit shorter. So this is just like a snapshot of my, not my whole entire life. I would not be able to tell you my whole life here, but maybe just a snapshot of it. So this is just my guide. So just to give you a background, so I was raised in a Catholic family. So I was not just yeah, just like her. She was born in a Christian family in her starting from birth actually. And it was a Bible study that paved the way that led me to came to know God.
Bye bye.
So someone, because we are renting a house in the Philippines before, and there's this household who is a pastor, so that lead the way for me to get to know more God. And in my teenage years, I made the decision to accept God. So I joined the ministry, I joined the church, and I accepted God when I cannot recall, but I was a teenager. I'm still in my high school. Is it high school here as well? So I was in high school. And it's not that easy, I would say. So it's not perfect when I accepted God. So I'm just like the others that I'm not. I would attend church, but sometimes I would sometimes sin. And I was in the ministry as well, but it's not a perfect life for me. And I will share that during my life when I was still before I started working, there's this scenario in my life that my mom at the early age of 56 she died. So it was a Sunday night, so we are having our dinner, and then when I'm already in my room to sleep, so I heard a knock, and she got a heart attack. And during that time, she went to ICU, like a critical unit, for 5 days, and she passed away. And during that time, my father is working abroad, so she didn't get a chance to. He didn't get a chance to see my mom. So he decided to. He decided to live with us, to come back here, to come back in the Philippines to live with us, because he's been working in abroad for more than 30 years. So he would only do like a 1 month, maybe maximum 2 months vacation, just for us to see us every year. But during 10, 11 months, he would be in Saudi. So after my mom died, he decided to stay with us, but unfortunately, around 4 or 5 years, he was diagnosed with a stage 4 cancer, so colon cancer. And after 4 or 5 years, he passed away. So, but during that time, I didn't question God. So I know it's a tragic situation, but I didn't question him. So I know it's sad, it's tragic, but I didn't question God. And we know that it can happen to each and every one of us. There might be a scenario that you are in right now. It's not. Sometimes you wouldn't actually you won't be able to comprehend what is happening. Why? Imagine I accepted God as a teenager, but why is it happening right now? Why did you allow that to happen? And during that time, I believe that God is working something behind in background. So I always believe that He always got a greater plan for me. And I know He's preparing something beautiful behind us, and behind for me. And to fast forward, so I met Melody. So and we got married. So it's not a smooth sailing. So but that's one of my highlights. So God gave us a son, Kenzo, and it's like life. It's not perfect. So it's beautiful, but it's not always a happy ending. So you will always go into a journey that sometimes you will be on your highs, but sometimes you will be totally low. Okay, and what keeps us going is we know that our foundation is Jesus, and we know that we have faith in Him, we believe in Him, and again, it's not always smooth. So there will be a day that we won't talk to each other, but we would always come back to God. So because we know that He is our foundation, and I think that's just a snapshot of my life. So I just want to give a simple illustration. So if you know the stained glass, so do you know the stained glass? So it's like I don't know if you can call it an art, but you would always see it most of the time in some church, in their windows. It's like a glass that with an image, but with different colors of different glasses. So I would say that we are like stained glass. If you can imagine how are they making those stained glass, it's a different parts of glass. Maybe it's broken, or it's like us. We are broken into pieces, but God is always preparing something beautiful at the end. So just like the stained glass, you are always into bits, into pieces. You may be a small chip of glass. You may be sometimes blue glass, a broken glass maybe. But at the end of the day, there is always a beautiful thing that God is preparing for you. So once the maker completed the stained glass, so you would see the beauty of the stained glass. So before, you cannot see you won't be able to appreciate the broken glasses. But once the maker, which is God, once He completed the stained glass, it would always be beautiful. So just like this may be my last statement. Sorry if it's not short at all. So this will be my last statement. So just like salvation, I would say it's beautiful. But if you will imagine, how did we attain salvation? It's not beautiful at all. So just like Tim mentioned, the suffering of God before He got crucified, it's not beautiful. It's a horrible scenario. Imagine someone suffering in front of you, dripping blood while he is walking, carrying a cross, and being crucified. So I'm not sure if I can watch that scene. But again, there will always be something beautiful that is coming out of that sin, which is my salvation. I got saved, you got saved, and everyone of us got saved because He knows and God knows that He's preparing something beautiful for us. So that's it.